What you see in front of you is a thinking and learning strip. It is a long white piece of paper divided into equal sections. The first section is labeled My Thinking and Learning Strip, and the topic is listed. The student's name can be put at the bottom. This will be a thinking and learning strip about water. A thinking and learning strip is a research-based intervention that can be used to help your English language learners and struggling students that are learning to pull information from a complex text. Pictures, symbols, or words can be used to document their thinking and learning. When teaching students how to use a thinking and learning strip for the first time, it must be modeled to them. I will model an example of these steps with the book, It Could Still Be Water. So I would present the book to the students, It Could Still Be Water. And I will explain to the students that I'm going to document all that I'm thinking and what I'm learning from the text that I'm reading aloud to them. Water. When you're thirsty, you drink it. When you're dirty, you wash with it. When you want to have fun on a hot day, you swim with it. Or sail on it in a boat. You do so many things with water. In fact, you couldn't live without water. From here I would pause and explain to the students that I'm going to stop and document and think about what I've learned so far. In my first box, I write the word water. Then I will branch off of the word water and put drink, because in the book it says you can drink it. You can also wash with it. So I will branch another off water, wash. The book had mentioned you can swim in it. So I will use another branch and put the word swim. You can sail on it in a boat. So I would put the word sail. From here, I would explain to the students that when we are reading, good readers will stop and understand what has been read so far. They can use words, keywords, symbols, or pictures. I'm choosing to use single words and a tree with branches to show what I've learned so far. Then I will continue reading. People, other animals, and plants all must have water to live. I would say, oh, I would like to document what I just learned there. In the next box, I'm going to make a picture of a person very simply. And I explain to the students, I am not a very good artist, but I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to draw a flower. And I'll draw a butterfly. And then I'll say, I'm going to have a speech bubble come from each one of those. And in each one of those speech bubbles, I'll put, I love water. Because all of those things need water to live. I love water. Again, I tell the students that they don't need to spend a lot of time on their drawings or illustrations. They can do a quick sketch. They don't need to be an artist. Whatever they feel most comfortable with, and as long as they understand what they're drawing in the picture, that's there. That's the most important thing. Then I continue reading. Most of the world is covered by water. If you look at a globe, you will see that the earth has much more water than land. I'm going to stop because I think that's a very important fact, and I'm going to document that on my thinking and learning strip. I'll simply draw a circle to represent my globe. Draw a couple of bodies of land. And water all around. I'm going to add a caption to that and put more water than land, exclamation mark. More water than land. And I will continue reading. Even your own body is mostly water. Water is a liquid. It's wet, and you can pour it. Now I think that is also another important fact. So I'm going to draw a picture of my body. Arms, legs. And I'm going to draw squiggly lines to represent the water. I can put the word water all over the body. And that's how I'm documenting the fact that I read from the book that your body is mostly made up of water. However they want to document it is up to them. It's their thinking and learning. Continue reading. But water isn't always a liquid. Water could freeze until it becomes a solid and still be water. An ice cube is a piece of frozen water. From here, I would like to document what I've learned so far. Again. And this is simply the word water again. I'm going to put the word water. And I learned that water can be a liquid or a solid. And under solid, I'm going to draw a picture of an ice cube and put the word ice in it. So from the book, I've learned that water is a solid and a liquid, and in solid form, for example, ice. And then I move on again and continue reading. Water could rise into the air as tiny droplets called vapor and still be water. Water vapor is invisible. You can't see it. But if water vapor cools just enough, sometimes you can see it. From here, because it's a very complex part of the text, I will draw clouds. And I will draw the water at the bottom and a very simple illustration to document how from a body of water, droplets of water rise into the sky in the form of vapor. I do some dots. As long as I know that's vapor, and that counts as my learning. I could put the word water vapor as well. Water vapor. Draw another arrow with dots symbolizing the water vapor. Continue reading. It could be the steam coming out of a kettle, or the vapor in your breath turning to mist on a very cold day and still be water. It could be thick fog you can't see through, or the clouds in the sky and still be water. I would like to document all different forms of water. So I will put the word water at the top, and I would like to create another tree with branches. Water can be in the form of vapor. It could be steam, clouds are made up of water, fog, or snow. And the last part, as the water droplets in clouds cool, they get bigger and bigger. When they are cool enough, they fall to the ground as rain or freeze into snow. So whether it's a funny snowman or a fluffy cloud or a fish's home, it could still be water. And the last thing I'd like to document in what I learned was when the clouds cool, the water droplets get bigger and bigger, and then they fall to the ground as rain. So I will draw a cloud. Those droplets again, the dots, that symbolizes the vapor, and then it getting bigger, the clouds getting bigger, the drops are getting bigger, the vapor is getting bigger, and then falling to the ground in the form of rain or snow. Rain or snow onto the ground. Explain to the students that they could also go back to the beginning of their thinking and learning strip and add information, such as what was read at the end. You can make a snowman or play with it. It could be a fish's home. So I go back to the beginning, and I'm going to add that to my original tree. And I had water. I'm going to draw a picture of a fish and put home. Water could be something that you play with. I added the word play to my original thinking and learning. Something I tied it in from what I learned at the end back to what I learned in the beginning. And that is just an example, one way to model a thinking and learning strip to your students.